Hello, everyone. My name is Tom. I want to tell you a story. It is a story about my neighbor. I live in a small town. The town is very quiet. The streets are clean. The people are friendly. But one house is different. It is house number 12. My house is number 10. I can see house number 12 from my window. A man lives there. His name is Mr. Black. He is a very mysterious man. Black is tall. He is very thin. He always wears a black coat. He always wears a big, black hat. I never see his eyes. He moved here 3 months ago. In 3 months, I never saw him in the sun. He only comes out at night. Every night, at midnight, he leaves his house. He walks slowly. He carries a big, heavy bag. He puts the bag in his car. His car is also black. It is very old. Then he drives away. He comes back at 4 in the morning. I am curious. I want to know about Mr. Black. Why does he go out at night? What is in the big bag? Is he a bad man? Or is he just a strange man? I asked my other neighbors. I asked Mrs. Miller at house number 8. She said she does not know him. She said he is very quiet. He does not say hello. He does not say good morning. He just looks at the ground. One Monday night, I could not sleep. It was very hot. I sat by my window. I looked at house number 12. The lights were off. It was very dark. Then, at midnight, the front door opened. It was Mr. Black. He had 2 bags this time. They looked very heavy. He dropped one bag. I heard a loud sound. It sounded like metal. Clang, clang, clang. Mr. Black stopped. He looked around. He looked at my window. I hid behind the curtain. My heart was beating fast. I was afraid. He stayed still for 1 minute. Then he picked up the bag. He put it in the car. He drove away. I could not sleep after that. I thought about the metal sound. What does he have in those bags? Is it money? Is it tools? I decided to be a detective. I wanted to solve the mystery of Mr. Black. The next day, I went to the park. I saw Mr. Black's house in the daylight. It looked sad. The grass was long. The windows were dirty. There were no flowers. I walked to his front door. I saw a small box on the ground. It was a package. It had a name on it. The name was not Mr. Black. The name was Mr. Thomas Thorne. Maybe that is his real name. I looked at the package. It was from a museum. That was very strange. Why does a mysterious man get packages from a museum? I went home and searched on the internet. I searched for the name Thomas Thorne. I found many news stories. Thomas Thorne was a famous man. He worked with old things. He worked with history. He worked with gold and silver. But the stories said he stopped working 10 years ago. They said he wanted to be alone. They said he was tired of people. Now, I had more questions. Why is a famous man living in my small town? Why does he go out at night with heavy bags? I decided to watch him again. On Friday night, I waited. At midnight, he came out. He had a very big box. He put it in the car. He did not close the back of the car well. He drove away. I looked at my bicycle. I decided to follow him. I rode my bicycle behind his car. It was difficult. The car was fast, but the streets were empty. He drove to the old forest. He stopped near a small, old building. The building was made of stone. It looked like a very old shed. Mr. Black took the boxes inside. I parked my bicycle behind a tree. I walked slowly to the building. I looked through a small hole in the wall. Inside, there were many lights. There were many tools. There were pieces of metal everywhere. I saw Mr. Black. He took off his hat. He took off his coat. He looked very tired. He sat at a table. He took a small hammer. He started to work on a piece of silver. He was making something beautiful. It was a statue of a bird. It was very detailed. It looked real. He was not a bad man. He was not a thief. He was an artist. He worked at night because it was quiet. He worked in the forest because he did not want people to see him. He wanted to be a secret. I felt a little bad. I was spying on him. He just wanted to make art. Suddenly, I stepped on a dry branch. Snap! The sound was loud in the quiet night. Mr. Black stood up. He looked at the wall. He walked to the door. I could not run. I was too nervous. He opened the door. He saw me. I looked at him. He had gray hair. He had kind eyes. He looked surprised. I said, "Hello. I am sorry. I am your neighbor from house number 10. He did not get angry. He sighed. He asked me, "Why are you here?" I told him the truth. I told him I was curious. I told him I saw the bags and the car. I told him I thought he was mysterious. He laughed. It was a small, quiet laugh. He said, "I am not mysterious. I am just a man who loves silver. I like the night. The day is too loud for me. The people are too busy. Here, in the dark, I can think. I can create." I showed him the bird. I told him it was beautiful. He smiled. He said, "Thank you. No one has seen my work for a long time." I was a famous artist, but I was not happy. Now, I make things for myself. I go to the museum at night to give them my work. They keep my secret. They sell the art for me, but they do not use my name. We talked for a long time. He told me about his life. He told me about the metal and the silver. He was a very interesting man. He was not a monster. He was not a criminal. He was just a person who liked to be alone. When the sun started to rise, he said, "It is time to go. The day is coming." We went back to the street. He went into house number 12. I went into house number 10. I felt happy. I solved the mystery. But I also found a friend. Now, when I see him at midnight, I do not hide. I wave my hand. He does not wave back because he is shy. But sometimes he leaves a small gift on my door. Once, it was a silver coin. Another time, it was a small metal flower. The people in my town still think he is strange. They think he is scary. I do not tell them the truth. It is our secret. Mr. Black is still the mysterious neighbor to them. But to me, he is the artist next door. Every town has a story. Every house has a secret. Sometimes the secret is not bad. Sometimes the secret is just a beautiful piece of art in the dark. I learned a big lesson. Do not be afraid of people who are different. They might be the most interesting people you ever meet. Now, I look at the old house. I see the black car. I see the man in the black hat. I smile. I know the truth. The mystery is over, but the friendship is just beginning. That is the story of my mysterious neighbor. I hope you liked it. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.